we're back.
Right? Oxford languages, definition of strange, unusual or surprising in a way that is unsettling or hard to understand.
It's hard to understand. So when these chariots come to earth, for most people it's going to be unsettling. It's going to tell you, give me that, if you came to fight. You know what that said? Get first fight, or second, give me that.
Did it start over? It started over?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2nd verse. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
Terrible.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Right, so now that we mentioned that, now we come back to being Israelites. Why is it important to know you're an Israelite? Because what happened during the time of the Exodus? The Heavenly Father delivered the Israelites out of the hands of Moses. Out of the hands of Pharaoh. And they did it amazingly. To the point where they still make movies about the deliverance out of Egypt. To the point where you got other people trying to claim my heritage. You see? So the Lord is going to do something even more amazing this time. To where this is going to be voiced. It's going to be a holiday in the kingdom. It's going to be a holy day.
Yes, a holy day. Yeah, holy day.
It's going to be a holy day in the kingdom.
God.
The second exodus of the Israelites out of Egypt.
So far beyond all that they looked for.
Yeah, so far beyond all everybody looked for, man. Because they had never thought that Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans could possibly be God on the Heavenly Father's too. So it's going to be beyond everything they look for, right?
Verse 3. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach.
That's right, man. That's going to be something, that's going to be a sentiment that they're going to have to live with before they die, before they get destroyed. So, we'll drop that.
Second Ezra chapter 13, verse 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven.
Right, so Ezra is given a vision, just like the John seen. So he also received the vision. So he said he's seen a multitude of men gathered
to subdue the men that came out of the sea.
Read that part again. Okay.
And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the men that came out of the sea.
Right, so this is the John Johnson said all men from all nations went to go fight against the Lord. Now you have something called the sixth branch of government, which is the Space Force, which is signed like 1972 or something like that. I forget the year. That was the Space Force, which they deemed the sixth branch of government.
Yep.
And what's his name? Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon said,
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan, right? Right there. Ronald Reagan said if there's any, if there's an alien invasion or a threat out of this world, we see how quickly we will put us out of it. They're gonna fight the Lord.
I'm looking at something right here, www.defense.gov. It says, the Defense Department will establish a sixth branch of the armed forces. The U.S. Department of the Space Force by 2020. And this was said in 2018. Vice President Mike Pence announced today.
Like this is I think like the general or something like that. He's the one that called the shots in the army.
He was the former vice president.
Oh, okay. Like this. So they know what's gonna happen. They know that these so-called UFOs are the images of chariots of Israel. And they're gonna make war with the world for the vengeance, for what they've done to us.
Second Ezra 13:5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men I was numbered from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Behold, but I beheld.
That reminds me of that movie, Independence Day is another one. Where they went to start attacking chariots. They were just blowing them up. It was an old movie, old. First Encounter, something like that. First Encounter?
No, that was.
Earth Stood Still or something.
Yeah, maybe Greater Earth Stood Still.
That sounds more familiar.
It ain't, it's huh?
The chariot that comes down. We have to read it.
No, that's an old one.
Oh, the Twilight Zone one. It's an old one. The Twilight Zone big one.
Okay.
One of them old sci-fi movies.
Which, you know, Hollywood put these images out there as, what they call it, like hiding in plain sight. So they'll tell you something that's going to happen without telling you.
And plus they know people are intrigued by like so-called UFOs and
Yeah.
aliens and all that. So they look at the movie, people gonna watch it.
And they're very knowledgeable. Just like you got these scoffers talk about UFOs don't exist. And then the government, about 2-3 years ago, declassified the information. Now they got a whole bunch of UFO videos. So,
But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain,
he graved himself a great mountain, God.
and flew upon it.
He flew upon it. Now, was it an actual mountain? No, but it's as big as a mountain. You ever stay close to a mountain to look up?
What?
It's a huge, it's huge.
Like imagine a chariot the size of that cloud above us. That's ridiculous. I've never seen something that big in the air. That's ridiculous.
Ezra's seen that vision.
It's a scary sight.
It's a terrible sight. He said that even their light was terrifying.
Just floating.
That's a horrible sight. Because you can't, when we got back into strange, you can't explain it. Because it's something that out of this world, you never seen nothing like it. That's why Ezra's, when he seen it, he actually lived the vision. It was one of those things that was so real.
He was in the midst of it.
He was in the midst of it.
For I will have seen the reason for a place whereout the hill was great, and I could not.
Meaning like, if the mountain was cut out of the earth, you can be able to tell where it got cut out, where it came from. But he said the mountain, you couldn't even tell where it came from. Right?
After this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him, and was so afraid, and yet there's fight.
Yeah, man. So when they see the force, if you can find me on that verse 1, let him do it. It's out there, 31. Okay. This is going to be reality. Okay. Isaiah 31:5. Hold that real quick. I'm continuing. Because the Lord is a man of war, and he's our Savior. And this is how he's going to come back to deliver us. But they said, read that part.
After this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him was so afraid, and yet there's fight.
Yeah, because they ain't never seen nothing like it. They said, I was reading one article, they said if UFOs came to Earth, they're not going to peace.
No.
He said they're going to be terrified, but they're going to fight anyway.
Yeah.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his head, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath.
So he said he swore tonight. Independence Day, man, I got to go home and watch that again. And it's always in these movies,
Yep.
the chariots always attack New York first.
Yeah.
Or Washington, D.C. They blew up the White House. Ain't that telling you something?
Yep.
So that was symbolism in the eye. Y'all shots was going back. It started to blast this shit. It's going to blast. But
Out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tinder.
that's talking about out of the chariot. It's going to be a concentrated laser fire. Right? With precision. The Lord ain't going to miss. The angels ain't going to miss. Right?
They were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which were prepared to fight, and burned them up every upon a sudden,
So all of a sudden, right?
so that upon the sudden of an innumerable multitude,
It was a innumerable multitude, right?
nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke.
So that was the only thing that was perceived. Out of all these men, and with their fighters that's coming to fight the Lord, he said all he perceived was the smell of smoke and dust. So Ezra is witnessing Yahweh's scientists and the angels annihilate the armies of the world.
Yeah.
That's why the scripture call them kings of kings, king, Lord of lords.
That explains how he had the many crimes.
Many crimes.
So their ass is that.
Right, because once you took down an army, you would take their crown.
Right?
You would take the king's head. You would take his crown and you put it on the Lord.
There's script on that.
It's David.
David did that too. With Goliath, he took his fucking head off. But Joshua did that too.
Yeah, and it gave the weight of the gold.
Yeah.
I think the crown alone was worth a couple
No,
million.
that was the
That
was the Moabite king. Yeah, they said that shit.
It's heavy. It's heavy.
Dang.
I think it's something like 75 pounds. The crown,
Yeah.
The crown alone was like 75 pounds. But the point is, that's heavy. Yeah.
So yeah,
That neck.
back then we were stronger.
So
Even Goliath's spear, Goliath's spear, I forgot how much it weighed, but that shit was fucking heavy, bro. Right.
When I saw this, I was afraid.
It's Isaiah 35 verse 1.
this is going to be reality.
Yep, reality check.
Isaiah 31 verse 5. As birds fly, so will the Lord of hosts descend
So,
Jerusalem.
Now you say it's gonna be a reality check.
With the Lord of hosts defends Jerusalem. Now, when birds fly, they take flight in formation. Like a lot of times, like a triangle, they flow together. So as birds flying, the Lord is going to defend Jerusalem. It's the same way. You know?
Defending also he will deliver it.
That's right. So at the same time, this war is going on in the heaven. Israel is going to be delivered. The elect is going to be taken up in the chariot, witnessing this take place. Right?
And passing over he will preserve it.
That's right. So he's going to preserve the elect of Israel. So brothers got straight strong, man. Don't forget the end goal.
The end
The end
goal.
goal is to be in the seats with the angels and the chariots and the brother. Yeah, I want to see how I look inside. You know?
Yeah.
We try to witness that. We try to see how the Lord looks.
Yeah.
We hear so much about him, we read about him, we speak about him.
Yeah.
We want to actually see him.
Well, love is apparent.
You know, so brothers got to, right?
It's Revelation chapter 15, verse 2. And I saw as it were a sheet of glass mingled with fire.
Right, so
Yep. Revelation chapter 15, verse 2. And I saw as it were a sheet of glass mingled with fire.
John is giving a vision of how he was in a chariot, so-called UFO, and he's looking down from an aerial view in outer space. And they show you the Earth. If you look from a distance in outer space, it looks like green and blue, like water. It looks like a ball of water and grass. So that's what John was seeing. He said it looked like it was linked with fire. What is that going into? This nuclear war that's about to take place. At the same time, Israel's getting delivered, the nuclear missiles going to be shot off. Right?
And them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over the image, over his mark,
Which is the MOTV. So those that refuse it, even unto death, is going to get that victory. They're going to be the one going to get the victory, right?
over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having hearts of the Most High.
So we're going to be singing. The elect is going to be singing joy in fear to that little father. And you guys see it, man. Every time you turn on the news, there's nothing but talks of nuclear war. Russia invading this. They don't joining this. Like, read that one time.
Revelation chapter 15, verse 2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over the image, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass having a harp. Yahweh shot.
Right, so we want to be in a position of an aerial view, looking down, seeing it take place. And this is the second Exodus out of Egypt. Because the first Exodus, Israel seeing Pharaoh and the Egyptian army get flooded. Now Israel, the second time, is going to see our enemies get destroyed by fire. Which is, what do they call it? Duality, like a perfect balance. One was with fire, one was with water. This time it's going to be fire.
This is the Psalm chapter 91 in verse 3. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
Yeah, so there's that going into the nuclear warheads. We talk about it all the time.
Last scripture.
He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
That's right, man. So with that, give a praise to Yahweh.
Sure.
Watch the elders. We also take you out here to listen.